I used to think AI would make me more productive, and it did, it has, but then I realized that I couldn't make a single decision without asking AI first.
Yeah, I was using AI to write every single thing, emails, content, captions. And one day I looked at my work and thought, this does not sound like me.
Today, we're talking about the AI habit trap. Stay until the end. We're sharing the exact prompt we use, the habits we automate, and the ones that we never let AI touch. So, there is a difference between AI. So, there is a difference between using AI as leverage and using AI as a crutch. One of them, leverage, makes you more capable and it makes us more ourselves. It's a tool that makes things that deepens our experience, as we've said on this show before. Using AI as a crutch makes us dependent and it makes us less able to function without AI.
Right. So, but the line is very subtle, right? Critical as well. So we can kind of test this by saying, all right, if AI disappeared tomorrow, would this habit survive? And if not, then you know it's a crutch. And if you can say yes, then it's leverage.
If we're using it as leverage, it can amplify what we're already doing well.
Mm-hmm.
And if we use it as a crutch, it can replace what we should be doing ourselves. It can replace our own inner creativity, which is what makes humans so interesting.
That's right. We're better. I'm just kidding. All right.
I want to share a very real example in my own life of how this is helping me. I've been building a daily movement and meditation habit over the last couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that telling myself movement meditation every day is more freeing. It gives myself more flexibility. And for years, I've been trying to build this habit consistently. So now what I do is I've offloaded this decision fatigue to AI. So
Mm-hmm.
in the morning, I tell AI what my energy level is, what my mood is, and the time that I have available. And then AI picks which meditation teachers from the teachers that I've already inputted that I trust. It picks which meditations I'll do. And then it selects my workout based on the trainers that I've told it I admire. Um, the idea is that, AI can't motivate me to do this,
Mm-mm.
but it is a sparring partner that can help me with decision fatigue because I'm not having to like scroll through YouTube in the morning and find a workout. AI just knows which trainers I like, and it can help me with that habit. So it removes that energy drain of what should I do today? That
Mm-hmm.
paralysis that always comes up.
Whoa, that's so fire. And the thing is, yeah, you're still doing the work. I love this though. Man, you're still doing the work. AI obviously cannot meditate for you, even if it has the whole thing outlined. You're the only person I can benefit from, right? Doing the meditation and the working out, the exercise. So it's actually helping you remove the friction that might have kind of was stopping you a little bit in the past, maybe. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
pretty cool. And for me, actually, something that happened, I talked about it before, but it would be like the decision making. So I started to ask AI for every single business decision. I was trying to build this app, for example. My goodness. I asked it so many questions. And when it came time to kind of ask a soul searching question, like, what am I not doing? Or what are you seeing? What is the pattern you're seeing? AI just legit told me, you've asked me so many things and you have not acted on anything. So obviously, we want
Now,
to exactly right, like slap in the face. All right, cool. But asking AI, should I post this? And then how should I say this? Or should I launch this? It's just creating overwhelm. It can, right? So in my case, yes, I was paralyzed a little bit without AI's permission, but AI is not obviously gonna be able to execute for me. And so get yeah, it's good and sometimes So. And another thing it does is sometimes it gives you conflicting information or conflicting advice. And you're like, excuse me, 2 days ago you told me this one thing, and now you're telling me something else. So yes, when looking at it now, because this is, early last year, but now I'm like, I realized that I was really giving my power away, and that was not good.
Well, and that power is what makes us so powerful is like the
Yeah.
ability to decide.
Mm-hmm.
It's we've talked a lot on this show about AI is the ultimate productivity tool and procrastination tool. Check out
Yep.
our previous episodes about that too, because I had a similar experience when it came to writing my own content and my own content creation. And at first, I was starting with emails that I asked for it to help me with. And I thought, this is so amazing. I'm so productive. I'm getting so much done. And then over time, I realized that I totally lost my voice in all of these materials. Like all of the emails started to sound the same. All of my captions started to sound the same. And ultimately, it put me in a place where I became an editor of AI and not the creator behind
Oh.
my content, which is a really important distinction. Um, Someone even commented one time, like, this doesn't sound like you. And it didn't. Like, they were totally right. They were totally right. And I know I'm not alone in this. Like, I had totally outsourced my voice. And the reality is if you can't do it without AI, you have not built a habit, you've built a dependency,
Whoa.
which is
That
an
was good.
important distinction.
Absolutely. Yeah. We don't want to pick up a bad habit. No, there are too many already.
Yeah.
But actually about that, like how do you know which habit to actually automate and like which ones to keep manual? Like how do we make that distinction?
So we have a very simple setup, a very simple distinction that Lydia and I both use in that we automate the setup of the skill, but we don't automate the soul.
Mm-hmm.
We love alliteration here, setup, soul. So an example of this is the fitness and movement meditation example that I gave earlier. I automate the setup, I automate the selection. So
Mm-hmm.
AI picks the meditation that I do, it picks the mantra that I repeat to myself during the meditation because decision fatigue was killing my consistency. I wasn't showing up because I felt tired of making all these decisions over time.
Yeah.
Um, so I no longer need to be creative about which meditation I do. I just need to show up. And that is the soul work is showing up and doing the thing. But AI helped me automate the setup.
I love that. And like as far as keeping things manual for me, so I decided, you know what? Let's go back to just Liddy taking the decisions. All right. So what I do now is like the decisions are mine, but I can ask AI for its perspective on the decision I have already made, right? But and again, I always make the final call. So business decisions are always going to be all about my intuition, my knowledge, and AI's perspective, perhaps. But yes, the decision remains over here. And if I automate too many things, it feels like, you know what, I'm losing my autonomy here, right? So yeah, keep the decision, Liddy, here. That was my thing.
Big time. I mean, that's so important is we're ultimately still making our own decisions.
Yeah.
I know for me, what I want to keep manual are my personal relationships. So,
Mm.
just as an example, if we try to use AI to draft messages to our friends and our family who know us, like it's going to feel hollow. They know
Agree.
us. So, real connection requires our own voices,
Always.
always. So, let's get into the actual prompt that I used for my movement and meditation habit. We're going to pull this up on screen and so you can take a screenshot of this and use in your own life. But the prompt is this. I have so many minutes today. My energy level is low, medium, high. My mood is describe your mood. Based on this, recommend one meditation from list your trusted teachers or meditation gurus and one workout from the list of your favorite trainers. Keep it simple and just tell me what to do.
Good. Good, because you're giving AI the constraints, give AI the sources that you trust, and then AI can remove that decision fatigue, right? But we obviously still do the work. Actually, very good. Excellent.
So, AI is the most powerful tool we've ever had for building habits. And this is a digital tool that can help us with non digital habits, but only if we use it right. So, this week, what we want to ask is for you to pick one habit that you're building in your own life and ask yourself, is AI making me more capable or more dependent? And ask yourself what shift you could potentially make with this.
Absolutely. And if it's making you dependent, then just pull back a little bit. And if it's making you capable, just double down. Tell us in the comments what one habit you're using AI to build and what's one habit you'll never let AI touch. We would love to read.